Hey guys, what's up? Surmo11 here, and today I will be doing a reaction, kind of, to the Pokemon Presents. I've already watched it, so this will just be me going through it. I'm not going to rewatch the entire thing. I'll just kind of scroll through it and discuss what I want to, but I will be starting in 3, 2, 1, play. Of course, there's not going to be any sound. Using sound from other people can cause issues with videos and such, copyright issues and all that. So there might be audio, there might not be audio, we'll see, but at the moment probably no audio. So Pokemon Presents, there's Ishihara-san, or Ishihara. I know sometimes they say Ishihara-san, I believe. Yep, today's Pokemon Day. So, first, they're doing more of Pokemon Concierge, which I think was confirmed before, but it's good to have it in events like this because not everyone sees it. I actually recently watched Pokemon Concierge. I forgot it was on Netflix, but they just put it on YouTube for free. It was great, actually. It was actually very good. It's very wholesome. It's just nice. It's a different way of exploring the Pokemon franchise, which they've kind of been doing in recent years, just like different ways of interacting with Pokemon. You don't have to just play the video games or watch the anime. It doesn't have to be about battling or anything like that. It can just be about like life, and that's kind of what it's about. I would like to see more of this show. There's actually only 4 episodes. If you skip the ending, you don't have to skip the ending. You can probably watch it all in under an hour. So, you know, Pokemon Concierge, pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think you should watch it. Especially if you don't have Netflix, it's on YouTube for free right now, so you can support them, support the Pokemon Company by watching it on YouTube. You're watching it officially, getting them viewership. Maybe that helps them get money, I don't know. But, you know, you should probably support it officially and not do what other people might be doing out there. Skipping ahead, we have this guy. He's been here for at least like the last 3 or 4 of these. Pokemon Go is getting some black and white content. If you've been playing Pokemon Go recently, they have the starters from Black and White, which have been featured pretty heavily in the game, which is interesting because, I guess, spoiler alert, there's no black and white news in this, but I think the thing with remakes and the thing that people need to realize, I said this in a recent video, I think the Pokemon discussion for this event, the predictions video, they only do 1 set of remakes per console. I had gotten that mindset from another YouTube channel because I used to think that, hey, why isn't there a remake coming? And then that person kind of like, you know, put it in perspective for me. There's only 1 remake per console. And I know someone left a comment saying, you know, let's go. That's not really what I was talking about. I understand that Pokemon Let's Go is a remake of Pokemon Yellow, but I was talking about remakes in the sense of remaking, you know, a generation. So Fire Red and Leaf Green, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I was talking more so in that sense. So, I mean, if we're counting Let's Go at this point, then sure. Yeah, there's more than 1 remake. But I'm talking about doing a generation that hasn't gotten a remake before, essentially. So, I think that Black and White 2 remakes, or Black and White remakes, and potentially Black and White 2 if they want to be, if they really want to go crazy and remake both, I think that'll happen within the next 2 to 3 years. Because if Generation 10 is next year, which I'm assuming it is, and then after that, there could be DLC, and then there could be the Black and White and Black and White 2 remakes, or they could take a break and just have the DLC for Generation 10, and then the next year could be the Black and White and Black and White 2 remakes. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for Black and White. I don't really have that much to say about Pokemon Go, I've played Pokemon Go, but I'm not really into it like that to really go crazy about it here. I'm trying to see if there's anything here. They're giving away Victini and a Meloetta. It's a shiny Meloetta. There's a code in here too, if you care about that. Sorry, I guess you can probably see that too. But yeah, I think next up should be Pokemon Masters. And there's the code, by the way, on the screen. Urshifu and Kubfu are coming to the game, which is great. Hopefully they're free and not something that'll cost money, but who knows? I've heard people say that you have to pay for some stuff in Pokemon Go. Again, I haven't played it for that long, so I don't know about all that different stuff, but people seem concerned about that. So Pokemon Masters is getting an update. We have the champion variants of Brendan and May, and they're getting shiny Primal Groudon, and I guess May is just getting... Oh, right, no, she's getting shiny too. So shiny Primal Kyogre, which is cool. I recently pulled on the Scarlet and Violet protagonists with Koraidon and Miraidon. I did not get either of them. I usually only pull on one thing once since I'm playing with the free gems. I'm not putting any money into the game, so I don't have the opportunity to get everything in Pokemon Masters. But whenever they return, you know, I'll try to get them again, and I will try to get Brendan and May, their champion versions, whenever they come out. I think it's pretty cool if they do like champion variants of the characters, because, you know, I feel like with Pokemon there's some limits to what they'll be doing with this game, but it's cool. They are exploring things like the arc suits, which they made up for the game, the champion things which they've been doing with the protagonists. I believe, yeah, they're not going in order, because I know we have champion red, blue, and green, and we have champion Serena and Callum. I'm not sure who else we have, but I think they're doing the champion versions for the rivals as well. So there's definitely some stuff to do as this game continues to go on and go on. Let's see, what else do we have on here? And there's Steven. Looks like there might be a champion Steven. I think Steven has the black Rayquaza, but I don't know if it what is that, Mega Evolves or not. So that'll be cool. That might just be like an update to the character. They've done that before. Pokemon Cafe Mix or Cafe Remix, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Unite. So Pokemon Unite has been in the news a lot recently because people are wondering if it's going to get some more of the Chinese features from the game. So there's like a chess mode, and I guess that's inspired by something else out there. I don't know. I don't play like all the online games, but there's like a chess auto chess mode that the Chinese version of the game has, and apparently the Chinese version has a bunch of different features that the, I guess, worldwide version does not have. And this is one that we're getting right now, the first of 500 points, and then there's technology that you can unlock as you play a match. I don't know if that's similar to League or not. I've played League in a very small quantity. I just started playing. I wasn't really the biggest fan, so I don't know if that's a League feature or not. I know the game's inspired by League. Pokemon trading card game Pocket. I will forever say, why are they not promoting Pokemon trading card game live? I started playing that before I played Pocket, and I just find it odd that they don't promote that game. And they also don't promote the manga in these events. If you go back to the Pokemon Presents, they might say in one of the events, like, hey, we have like comics or something. This is like when they were going over the history of the franchise. We have like comics, so they might have said like manga or something. I'm pretty sure that's the only time they've mentioned the manga. I don't know why they don't promote the manga more. Because, let me stop this here. Because when they promote things on here, they seem to do well. I know the Pokemon Go website where you put in the code, it was down earlier. So I think a lot of people were going to it. So I think like, hey, for events like this, why not promote like the Pokemon clothing, like any clothing that's related to Pokemon, the manga, the anime? You could be like, hey, there's new episodes with Liko and Roy on Netflix. You know, have you seen the latest season? It's not that hard to do that. I don't understand. Like, there was a Dragon Knight animation that just came out, and the only way you would know about it is like if you check like a Nintendo News website or you follow Cerebi. So, you know, it's a little odd. They kind of pick and choose what they promote. But yeah, there's an Arceus pack. Yeah, booster pack coming. It's coming tomorrow. I'm not done with the Dialga and Palkia ones. I have some of the cards, and really I'm not done with some of the original ones, like the Charizard, the Mewtwo, the Pikachu. There's sometimes I just don't get all the cards, you know. For example, today I got a Gengar with the giveaway that they did today, and that was my first time getting the I think it was Gengar EX, or just like the Gengar card. It was my first time getting that. But yeah, there's Mega Evolution apparently is coming back to the trading card game. I'm guessing the trading card game is a little bit stricter with its rules because I know they removed the fairy type. I heard about that. I heard it might have been like too strong or something. So we have that, and I really should be playing this while I'm talking. But let's see, some Pokemon, or they're giving out the cases for Scarlet and Violet, some cases for the phone, Dragon types, and the starters, or you get some strong versions of the starters, and I guess these will have like good stats or something. Let's move on to the next thing, and I guess I can just I'll just let this play. Maybe I should go back to the beginning. But yeah, there's a trailer here. This is for Pokemon Champions, which is a online battling thing, like I guess like a battle simulator that it seems like they're doing. And maybe simulator isn't the right term, because it seems like you're using your Pokemon for this. I saw some people wondering if you would be able to make your own Pokemon like you can do in Pokemon Showdown, which is a fan-made battle simulator that a lot of people use to test out Pokemon and things like that. I don't know. I don't think they should do that. I personally feel like you should make your own Pokemon. I don't like the idea of train your own Pokemon. I don't like the idea of people just being able to make Pokemon. It almost makes the competitive battling too accessible, because I got into the competitive battling with Sword and Shield, and really it just took someone to, you know, explain it, put it in like simpler terms, and then I understood it. It's not really that crazy, like training your own Pokemon and everything. Like, you just need to make sure you're doing the right thing. Maybe write down how many like vitamins and such you're giving to your Pokemon, but it's really not that complicated. So I don't really like the idea of just making it easier for people and just like, here it is, you know, just put in what numbers you want and there you go, that's your Pokemon. I don't really like that. I feel like you should put in some effort to get into competitive battling. So that's just my opinion on it. I actually had this idea of having a Pokemon, like, official battling simulator thing. I had this idea. I was going to make a video about it. I'll probably still make a video about it. My idea might differ a little bit from theirs, but I thought it would be cool to have like a battle sort of thing, so people like that, like the competitive side of Pokemon, they can just get into that, you know, like they don't even have to play the games at that point if they don't want to, you know, just play the battle simulator if you're really into it. But I imagine it won't be exactly like that, because you'll probably have to bring in your Pokemon from Pokemon Home, like they show later in this trailer. One thing that's interesting, and I want to stop it on this moment, because it looks cool, but also we see Terastallization and Mega Evolution within the same game, and I'm guessing Z moves and Dynamax and Gigantamax will also be involved, which will be cool. I'm kind of wondering how it will work, because in the anime doesn't have rules, you know. Everything's in the anime. So I was wondering if they'll do something where in the anime it's like you can only use one per match. So imagine you and I are having a battle. I choose to use Mega Evolution, you choose to use Dynamax, and we're locked into those choices, and that's all we can do for the battle. I'm wondering how that would work. I think some of the mechanics might be stronger or give a bigger advantage than others, but it's cool to see a game where everything coexists and everything like that. So I'm really hoping to see how this works. And I was talking to my friend earlier. I was saying, like, it would be cool if this had like its own adventure or something. He doesn't think that's going to happen, so I don't know. It probably won't. This is probably going to be a free game, but I think having like its own adventure and everything would be cool. And here you can see the trainer designs and everything. The female trainer, if you can see my mouse, this is the female trainer and the male trainers right there. So I imagine we'll be able to customize them so you're not locked into this, but yeah, that should be pretty cool. So they talk about, you know, it's connecting with Pokemon Home. Spanish is being added to Pokemon games. I thought that was kind of strange, because I thought Spanish would already be in there, because, you know, I just feel like Spanish is one of those languages out there that you would include as a language option, but I don't know what's going on there. But I'm going to be moving on to the final part of the trailer here, because I don't have that much to say about the rest of this stuff. So they finally showed some footage for Pokemon Legends ZA. It's been a year. It's been a year, actually, and I was surprised that they hadn't shown anything. There's a rumor out there that the games got delayed and they're supposed to release last year, so who knows if that's true or not. Pokemon's kind of weird. I know some people think like everything's linked up, like marketing wise, you know, like we have to wait for new games to get new Pokemon and then put new Pokemon in the trading card games and the anime and all that. I don't know everything about that, and I'm not going to listen to a fan theory, but that does seem likely. So delaying these games could cause problems. I don't know, but these are also set in a different time period, and they might not be referenced in the anime, or if they are, it might be like a quick thing or something like that, or like a story arc. But who knows? So the first thing I noticed was it looks like Scarlet and Violet. I don't have Legends Arceus pulled up, but Legends Arceus didn't look like this. Like, this looks like it was made within the Scarlet and Violet engine. I don't want to say I don't like that, because that's not I'm not one of those people. I want to talk about like some of the negativity in the fan base, but not going to get into that really. I just feel like it looks like Scarlet and Violet. I wasn't the biggest fan of how those games looked. They look a little strange, and I don't know if it's like cell shading or something. It's just the shading and the models look better in not Scarlet and Violet, in Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. I noticed that in Scarlet and Violet, some of the trainers looked a little bit more like realistic, so I don't know if that has to do with it, but that's just my opinion on that. The starters here are Tepig, Chikorita, and Totodile, which is interesting because two of them are from Johto. I don't really care, but some people highlighted that. I don't think it really matters. I guess it's a little surprising that they picked two starters from the same generation, but regardless, it's cool. These will probably get new forms, either in the form of new evolutions or new mega evolutions. I'm imagining that it's just them getting mega evolutions, but them getting like different evolutions would be cool as well, like we got with Legends Arceus. So moving on, we see the player exploring the city at a cafe, catching a Bunnelby. We see Chikorita attacking the Bunnelby, and then the female trainer, throwing a Pokeball. So we have something here to allow the player to get to the top of buildings. So it kind of shows there'll be more exploration on top of the buildings. Maybe this will expand the world more. I know some people had an issue with it being in a city because for some reason a city is small to people. Cities are huge. If you didn't know, if you didn't know, a city is pretty big. I talked about this in a separate video that cities are huge. So, FYI, cities are huge. Just putting that out there. But I guess like having activity on top of the rooftops could expand the game. And then I know this has been a theory. One of my friends also brought it up. Perhaps there's something going on under Lumio City, like a sewer or an underground or something that you can explore that would also expand the size of the world. But also they released a map and it looks pretty big, so just putting that out there. This is the rival character. I like the rival characters. They both look pretty cool. I like the designs. I like the peach hair color. Now, this is interesting. You see the trainer and the Pokemon moving around, and this is not for show. This is actually very important. It is actually key to the game here. So, these games have a new battle system, as did Arceus kind of have a different battle system with the agile and strong style. This has the trainer moving around, and you can also kind of like make your Pokemon retreat and then throw out another Pokemon. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this because I think it looks okay. I see some people excited and everything, and they're like, oh, there's strategy and everything. I would say there's probably more strategy in the regular Pokemon battle system, but I know some people don't go that deep with it if you don't play the competitive, but if you did play the competitive, you would see that Pokemon can get pretty deep. It can get pretty complicated as well, so I don't know. I think this could be cool. Let me go to the second part of the footage here, and this is just showing the city and you rebuilding the city. I saw some confusion that people were wondering, like, if this was in the past, and I don't know. I'm not gonna be too negative about people, but it's very obvious that it's not in the past if you just look at the footage for a few seconds. And it's like these are people that these are like so-called professionals that are like reacting to the footage, and they're like, is this in the past? It doesn't look like the past, but I think so. It looks like it's in the future. Also, if you played Pokemon X and Y, it's very clear this is probably in the future or related to the future in some way, because a certain character is in the trailer and they look different. But who knows who that character is? Since I guess some people didn't play X and Y or they've forgotten. But yeah, this is very clearly in the future, maybe the distant future. Because I was thinking like, I know there were theories like, hey, will this be in the future? I don't know. Like the future in the sense of like, I don't know, there's like hoverboards or something crazy. That I think that's what people were thinking. It looks like the distant future. It could even be like a few years or something. So, it might not be that far along into the future, which doesn't really matter. But I think we kind of ran into the mindset of like the video games, like kind of thinking like the Legends series would be like in the past and everything like that. It seems like the Legends series can be wherever they want it to be. So it can be present day, it could be future, it could be the past. We don't really know. So I think that makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more dynamic. I will say I like the I guess the wilderness setting of Arceus more. This feels a lot safer. You're in a city, urban city, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. These are some of the characters. People have highlighted that the person on the left here, this is Jett. The person on the right here, this is Vinnie. They look like the villains. I think he has a Pangoro. I don't know what this is. This Pokemon. That might be a Pokemon. I'm not sure. But there's like a Pangoro sort of looking thing on the, if you see like this black hair bun thing that he has on his hair. I don't know. The two rivals, there's a male and female version. I'm guessing these two, like if you combine the continuity, like let's say it's like Pokemon Masters, I imagine these two will be like brother and sister. There's AZ right here. So, you know, I don't know. Is it in the past or is it in the future? I don't know, you know. It's a mystery. But yeah, I mean, the game looks good. It looks good. I just think that Legends Arceus and Sword and Shield look better. But hey, I could be misremembering things. I saw some people that didn't like Scarlet and Violet. They were like excited about this. They thought this looked good. I think it's a nice looking game. I'm not going to be like, I'm not downing the game or anything like that. I'm excited to play it. I just think it's interesting that people that were so negative towards Scarlet and Violet are excited about this. I think it's a little strange. So we have these gates right here. These are, I'm guessing these lead to the wild zones where you can catch Pokemon. Some people were wondering how this will work within a city, like catching Pokemon. Someone's saying like 400 plus Pokemon. I don't think it's going to have that many Pokemon. Maybe like less than 200. I don't think we need a big roster of Pokemon for games like this. I do think it's a little odd to catch Pokemon within a city. You know, imagine just going to a park and they're just like, hey, if you catch a dog here, we have a bunch of puppies that we have out here. If you catch one, you know, it's yours. It's a little strange, but I don't want to be too harsh on it because, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine, and we'll see how it works when it comes out. And maybe you'll unlock more zones because these have numbers on them for whatever reason. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else to go over, really. I guess those are some of the Pokemon we'll be catching. You can see the area right here. Kind of weird. Are there people out here? I hope there's people out here, like trainers or something. This definitely looks like Scarlet and Violet. I feel like this doesn't really look like Arceus, but, you know, that's just how things are. I saw this on Twitter. Someone had noted that right here, the trainer's catching a Pokemon that's fainted. So you see Chikorita take all the health away from that Flaffy, and then the trainer catches it. There's the rivals again, or the rival, the female rival. You can see the Pokemon moving around. I don't really know how this will work. Someone was saying this looks like Digimon. I guess one of the Digimon games has a system like this, I guess. I don't know how this will work and how complicated this will be. I don't know. I feel like with systems like this, you can kind of cheese them. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. Definitely interested in trying it. The games come out fall 2025, which I think that was in the Japanese trailer someone had said. It's not in the American one or the international one. It says that they're coming out, I think, I forgot what it said, but it was like at the end of the year, essentially. So, I don't know, maybe November. I don't like that these are coming out so late in the year, especially like after a year of no news. But hopefully the games are good, and maybe if they did delay them, maybe they got offended by, you know, what people were saying about Scarlet and Violet, and that's essentially what happened. I don't know if I have anything else really to say about this. Mega Evolution's back, if I didn't comment on that already. I'm sure there'll be like a few new Megas, probably not a lot. Maybe, I'm thinking like less than 10. Maybe less than 15, you know. And then the starters will probably get Mega Evolutions, and I don't know. I think like the game looks pretty good. I think Pokemon Champions could be cool. I like the update for Masters and Trading Card Pocket. Hopefully they'll update us on Trading Card Live at some point, or the manga or the anime. You know, that'd be cool. Pokemon Go, there's probably going to be some new stuff to catch soon, so that'll be cool. Kubfu and Urshifu. Unite, I'll have to get back into Unite. I actually really do like Unite. I kind of go through periods where I'll play it a lot and then I'll just like stop playing it for a few months. So I'll check it out, and then, you know, I'll definitely check it out when they have the chess mode, whenever that comes out. So I don't know if I have anything else. You know, it's definitely a mystery if Pokemon Legends ZA is in the future or not. It's definitely a mystery. It definitely could be in the past. And by the way, I'm being sarcastic. If you didn't catch on to that, they're definitely in the future, probably the distant future. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Facebook, Twitter, in the description. I don't have my outro. Yeah. See you later.